The weight on the mountain. And after God rescued Israel from slavery in Egypt and brought them safely through the Red Sea, he led them to Mount Sinai. There God made a covenant with them. He gave them his law and called them his own people. Moses went up the mountain to meet with God. He stayed there 40 days and 40 nights. During this time, God spoke to Moses about how Israel should live, about justice, worship, holiness, and obedience. God also gave Moses detailed instructions for building a sacred place where his presence would dwell among the people. But while Moses was on the mountain, the people below began to struggle. Days passed, then weeks. Moses did not return. The people grew restless and afraid. Fear turns into idolatry. The Israelites said to Aaron, "As for this Moses who brought us out of Egypt, we don't know what has happened to him." This was more than impatience. It was fear. They were in the wilderness, facing the unknown, without the leader they trusted. Instead of waiting for God, they demanded something visible. They said, "Make us gods who will go before us." Aaron gave in to their pressure. He told them to bring their gold jewelry, the very gold they had taken from Egypt when they left slavery. Aaron melted the gold and shaped it into a calf. In Egypt, bulls and calves symbolized power and strength. This image felt familiar. It felt controllable. It felt safe. The people declared, "These are your gods, Israel, who brought you up out of Egypt." They offered sacrifices, held a feast, and celebrated. What they had done was devastating. They had replaced the living God, who spoke, rescued, and guided them, with an object they created with their own hands. God's anger and Moses' intercession. While the people were celebrating, God spoke to Moses on the mountain. God said, "Go down because your people, whom you brought up out of Egypt, have become corrupt." God described how quickly they had turned away and worshipped the calf. God's anger burned against them, and he said he would destroy them and make a new nation from Moses. But Moses did something extraordinary. He interceded for the people. Moses pleaded with God. He reminded God of his promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He asked God to consider his reputation among the nations. He begged God to show mercy, and God listened. God did not abandon his people. Moses comes down the mountain. When Moses came down the mountain carrying the stone tablets of the covenant, he saw the calf and the people dancing. He was filled with righteous anger. Moses threw the tablets to the ground, shattering them, a symbol that the covenant itself had been broken. The calf was destroyed. The people were confronted with their sin. Judgment followed, and many were deeply grieved. Israel learned a painful truth. Being saved does not mean being faithful. The question that followed, will God stay? After the golden calf, the greatest fear was not punishment. It was separation. God told Moses that he would send an angel to lead Israel, but he himself would not go with them, because their stubbornness could bring destruction. Moses refused to accept this. He prayed one of the most important prayers in the Bible. "If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from here." Moses understood something deeply. Without God's presence, freedom was meaningless. God responded with mercy. He forgave the people. He renewed the covenant. He revealed his character, compassionate, gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in love. And then God did something astonishing. The purpose of the tabernacle, God said, "Let them make a sanctuary for me, and I will dwell among them." The tabernacle was God's answer to Israel's failure. It was a portable dwelling place, a sacred tent designed so that God could live in the midst of his people as they traveled through the wilderness. This was unheard of. The Holy God chose to dwell among imperfect people. What the tabernacle meant. Tabernacle taught Israel three powerful truths. 1. God's holy access to God was structured and intentional. Not everyone could enter every place. 2. God is near despite his holiness. God chose to live at the center of the camp, not far away. 3. God provides a way through sacrifices, priests, and worship. God made a way for sinful people to approach him. The structure of the tabernacle, the outer court, where sacrifices were offered, symbolizing forgiveness. The holy place where priests served daily, symbolizing ongoing relationship. The most holy place where the Ark of the Covenant stood, symbolizing God's presence. Inside the Ark were the tablets of the law, a reminder of God's covenant. Above the Ark was the mercy seat, where atonement was made. God moves in. When the tabernacle was completed exactly as God commanded, something powerful happened. A cloud covered the tent of meeting. The glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. God was now visibly present with his people. A cloud guided them by day. A pillar of fire led them by night. When the cloud moved, they moved. When it stayed, they stayed. The journey that began with slavery ended with God's presence. The meaning of the STY, the golden calf, shows how quickly fear can replace faith. The tabernacle shows how deeply God desires relationship. Israel failed, but God chose mercy. The people broke the covenant, but God stayed. This is the heart of Exodus. Not just rescue from Egypt, but God dwelling with his people.